Hello, Virgo. The silence is ending. Days of nothing. Weeks, maybe. Possibly months of radio silence where you heard nothing, received nothing, existed in void of their absence while wondering if you mattered at all. That silence, that painful, confusing, anger inducing silence is about to shatter because something shifted in them. Something broke through whatever wall they built. Something made silence unbearable when silence used to feel manageable or even necessary. And that something is risk. The dawning realization that silence isn't neutral. Silence isn't just pause. Silence is creating distance that might become permanent. Silence is losing you in slow motion. Silence is watching window close while standing paralyzed. They can feel it, can sense you pulling away, can detect your energy shifting, can see evidence or imagine evidence that you're moving on, that someone else is entering picture, that your life is continuing without them, that they're becoming irrelevant. And irrelevance terrifies them more than vulnerability. Losing you scares them more than risk of reaching out. So they're breaking, the resistance is collapsing. The reasons they've been using to justify silence are crumbling under weight of potential loss. Here's what they're about to break their silence reveals about their process. About to means imminent, means they're in final stages of decision, means they've crossed internal threshold from I should stay silent to I have to reach out, means they're composing message mentally, if not literally, means contact is coming in days, not weeks. They're in that space, that uncomfortable space between decision made and action taken, where they know they're going to reach out but haven't yet, where they're building courage, where they're crafting words, where they're waiting for right moment or giving up on right moment and just doing it anyway. That liminal space is torture for them, is anxiety, is anticipation of your response, is fear mixing with hope, is vulnerability activated before they've even sent the message. Break means force required, means silence isn't ending gracefully, isn't natural dissolution, is being shattered, broken, overcome through effort, which tells you resistance existed, tells you silence was defended, was maintained through active choice, not just passive drift. They were holding silence, protecting it maybe, using it for something, and now they're releasing it. Not because silence served its purpose, but because maintaining it costs more than breaking it. What they can't risk losing you reveals about fear. Can't risk means threshold crossed, means potential loss became intolerable, means whatever they were protecting through silence, pride, fear, control, space, whatever matters less than keeping you accessible. Loss moved from abstract possibility to concrete threat, and concrete threat activates, creates urgency that abstract never creates. They're seeing signs, maybe, signs you're moving on, signs you're done, signs window is closing, signs someone else is appearing, signs your energy toward them is dying. Or they're imagining signs, creating scenarios where you're happy without them, where you've replaced them, where you've forgotten them, where silence succeeds in making them IR relevant. Either way, real signs or imagined, they're responding to loss as imminent rather than distant. Losing you specifically matters. This isn't generic fear of loss, is specific recognition that you matter, that your absence creates void, that life without you is diminished life. That recognition is significant, means you're not interchangeable, means they've tried to move on or tried to be fine without you and discovered they're not fine, discovered you matter in ways they didn't want to admit. And admitting you matter, that your presence is necessary, not just pleasant, is vulnerable, is confession of need, is acknowledging they don't have all the power and dynamic, why silence existed in first place, what they were protecting. They were scared of vulnerability, of rejection, of being too much, of wanting you more than you want them, of exposing themselves and being dismissed. So silence was protection, was way of not risking, was avoidance of potential pain, was choosing certain absence over uncertain presence. But protection through avoidance created what they feared, created distance, created your withdrawal, created actual loss while trying to prevent potential loss. They were proud, too proud to reach out, too proud to admit they were wrong, too proud to make first move, too proud to appear needy or desperate or affected. Pride told them silence maintains dignity, maintains power, maintains upper hand, keeps them from appearing weak. But pride cost them connection, cost them you, and now they're discovering dignity without you is hollow, power without connection is useless. Upper hand is meaningless if it means a losing person they actually want. They were punishing you, using silence as weapon, as way to make you feel their absence, as retaliation for whatever you did or didn't do, as way to create anxiety in you that mirrors anxiety they felt. Silence as punishment is manipulation, is creating pain to control, is withholding to force compliance or apology or pursuit. But punishment backfired, maybe. Created distance that's now threatening to become permanent. Made you stronger in their absence instead of weaker. Made you move on instead of chase. They were confused, didn't know what they wanted, didn't know how they felt, needed space to figure it out, needed distance to gain clarity. And silence was processing time, was attempt to understand themselves before engaging with you. But processing took too long, maybe. Clarity came too late. And now they're racing against closing window, racing against you deciding for them through their indecision. This reflection invites you to consider, what would their message need to contain for you to even consider responding? Apology, explanation, acknowledgement of harm, changed behavior, proof they've done work, just honesty, or nothing? Are you too done for any message to matter? Knowing your minimum requirements prepares you, helps you assess message when it arrives instead of being swept by relief or flattery into responding without discernment. This reflection invites you to consider, what do you actually still feel for them? Love, anger, indifference, curiosity, hurt, hope, exhaustion. Your feelings determine your response options. If you still care, exploration might be possible. If you're done, clear boundary might be necessary. If you're uncertain, time might be appropriate. Honest assessment of your feelings prevents reacting from old patterns instead of responding from current truth. What their message will likely contain: apology for silence. I'm sorry I went quiet. I shouldn't have disappeared. I know the silence was wrong. Apology might be genuine, might be manipulative opener designed to lower your defenses, might be shallow acknowledging silence without taking responsibility for impact. Assess depth. Does apology name specific harms? Does it take full responsibility? Does it include understanding of impact on you? Or is it vague, sorry for everything that costs nothing? Explanation for silence. I was dealing with I needed space because I was scared of. Explanation might illuminate, might help you understand, might provide context that changes how you see their silence. Or explanation might be excuse, might be justification that doesn't actually justify, might be attempt to make you sympathize with them while minimizing harm to you. Distinguish between explanation that creates understanding and excuse that deflects accountability. Declaration of feelings. I miss you. I can't stop thinking about you. I realize now what I lost. I was wrong to let you go. Declaration might be honest, might be them finally admitting what they've been feeling, might be vulnerability you've been waiting for. Or declaration might be panic, might be fear driven, might be them saying what they think you want to hear to prevent loss without genuine shift in how they'll actually behave. Words without changed behavior are just performance. Request for another chance. Can we talk? Can we try again? I want to make this right. Please don't give up on us. Request might be genuine desire to repair, might be commitment to doing work relationship requires, might be readiness they didn't have before. Or request might be stalling, might be attempt to keep you available without actual intention to change, might be buying time while they decide if they actually want this. Assess whether request comes with evidence of readiness or just words claiming readiness. What you should do when message arrives. Don't respond immediately, even if you're excited, even if you've been waiting for this, even if relief is overwhelming. Pause. Give yourself hours at minimum, day maybe. Immediate response prevents discernment, prevents assessing whether message is adequate, prevents checking in with yourself about what you actually want. Pause creates space for wisdom to catch up with emotion. Read carefully without filling gaps with assumptions. Don't read what you hope is there. Don't interpret vague statements as specific commitments. Don't assume apology means change. Read actual words. Assess actual content. Notice what's present and what's missing. If apology is there, is it adequate? If explanation is there, does it justify silence or just contextualize it? If feelings are declared, are they backed by behavior or just words? If request is made, does it include plan or just vague hope? Assess against your minimum requirements. Does message meet what you identified as necessary? Does it contain what you need to even consider responding? If yes, consider engaging carefully. If no, you're allowed to not respond or to respond with boundary. Meeting minimum doesn't obligate reconciliation, just opens possibility of conversation. Respond honestly if you respond at all. Don't perform indifference you don't feel. Don't pretend you're more done than you are. Don't fake more interest than exists. If you're interested, I appreciate you reaching out. I need to understand more before I know how I feel about this. Can we talk? If you're uncertain, I hear you. I need time to process this before I respond fully. Can you respect that? If you're done, I appreciate the message, but I'm not available for this anymore. I wish you well. Honest response serves both of you, gives them real information, gives you integrity, and establish boundaries if you do engage. Don't immediately return to old pattern. Don't let relief override caution. Don't skip rebuilding trust because you're happy they returned. If we're going to try this, I need name your needs, your non negotiables, your boundaries, your pace. See if they can meet them. If they can't, that's answer about whether reconciliation is possible. What happens if message never comes? Despite this prediction, despite expect message very soon, they might not actually send it, might chicken out, might let fear win again, might decide silence is safer even knowing they risk losing you. And if message doesn't come, if days pass and silence continues, that's answer. That's them choosing whatever they're protecting over choosing you. That answer hurts, maybe, but provides clarity, provides permission to move on fully, provides end to wondering. You don't wait forever. Don't put life on hold indefinitely for message that might arrive. Give it reasonable window based on very soon week or two, then close door yourself. Waiting indefinitely gives them power over your timeline, keeps you stuck, prevents you from fully investing in life without them. Set internal deadline. If message arrives before assess it, if message doesn't arrive before move forward, knowing you gave possibility but possibility didn't materialize. The power is yours. It always has been. They're about to break their silence. They can't risk losing you. Expect message. Very soon. And when message arrives, whether containing apology, explanation, declaration, or request, your job is pausing before responding, reading without filling gaps, assessing against your minimum requirements, responding honestly if you respond at all, establishing boundaries if you engage, and recognizing that their fear of losing you doesn't obligate your forgiveness. Their message doesn't guarantee change, and breaking silence is just first step, not proof of transformation. Take what resonates, softly release the rest, trust yourself. And listen, their silence hurt you, created confusion, created pain, created doubt, maybe created damage that single message can't repair. Don't let relief at hearing from them erase that harm. Don't let gratitude that they finally reached out make you forget why silence was painful. Message arriving is starting point, is them attempting to bridge gap they created. But attempt doesn't equal success. Reaching out doesn't equal reconciliation. Breaking silence doesn't equal earning trust back. They broke silence, good, necessary first step. But first step is just that, first step. Many more steps required to rebuild what silence damaged. Receive message if it serves you. Respond if you want to. Engage if they've earned it. But don't collapse into relief so complete that you forget your worth, forget your needs, forget that you survived their silence and built life during it. You're not waiting by phone, desperate for their return. You're living, functioning, moving forward. Message can be received from that position, from strength, not desperation, from clarity, not confusion. That's power. Use it wisely.